Hi all. This is just a practice to see what would happen. I didn't know if it would go live or not, so I'll just see if anyone's out there. I'm really not sure if this has worked or not. I don't have a clue. I thought I'd just do a quick practice run and see if there's anyone there. I'll check my phone to see if it's come up. Just checking my phone. Oh, we don't want that, do we? Sorry about that, guys. So I know not to do that. So that's a learning curve. Anyone want to have a chat with me? Can't blame you if you didn't want to. Just been feeling so low, so down, so fed up. I wasn't sure if I actually could go live. So I thought I'd put it up and see what happened. So it does say I am live, but then that doesn't necessarily mean I am alive. I'm just live. Because I haven't pre-thingied it. What's the word I want? My elbows are so bony, I fall off of my legs. So I'm leaning on my legs at the moment and I just fall off them. I'll just give it a little bit and see if anybody pops up. Hopefully my messages are going out. I don't know if they are. Is there anybody there? I really needed cheering up, so I thought I'd come to the best people in the world, our family. I should have thought through something to say, shouldn't I, before I put this up. I think what I'll do next time... Oh, Laurie, hi, darling. I was just about to say I should prepare something, shouldn't I, in future? I really didn't think I could go live, but I obviously can. How you doing, Laurie? What time is it? Are you in the US? I think. I'm not sure. It's funny, guys, how I see you different places, and I never know whether to say hello or not, because I don't want people to think I'm stalking them, which I am obviously not. But we all, not all of us, most of us move in similar areas, similar places. Um, £1:15 in the afternoon on Saturday, presumably. Stupid question. So it's 7:20 in the evening here, Friday. Did I say Saturday? Duh. Friday. What an idiot. Yeah, Friday, sorry. Brain fog. Uh, I've had a real tough couple of weeks. I've been trying so hard to get a video out, and I'm just failing in every sense of the word. It's really tough here in the UK. And no, that's the problem, not knowing what day of the week it is, isn't it? And our clocks change in the UK tomorrow night. So we've got that to deal with. The problem is when we change the clocks, my pets, my little puppy dog is soundly sleeping here. He's still not up to much, and I'm not sure about whether I should take him back to the vets or not. And then we've got our cat as well, and they don't know that the time's changed, so they still want their food, but it's the wrong time. So spring forward, fall back. So we're going to be losing an hour's sleep, but it will be a lot lighter in the evenings, which is summer is my season 100%. So what's the generally the weather like where you are, Laurie? Am I saying your name correctly, please? Do you find you're affected by the seasons? Or I find winter really, really gets me down. Really gets me down. I can't bear it, being dark all the time. It did say 4 people up there, so I've obviously bored 3 people. Love summer, yeah. I've cried almost every 4 months. I dread it. I absolutely dread it. I dread the clocks changing and going into that dark, the constant darkness. Especially when I used to work. You pretty much go to work in the dark and then come home in the dark. It's tough. It's funny how there's so many names. I think you call them state names, Laurie? And so we have an Edmonton in London, north. Yeah, I think it's North London. We've got an Edmonton. And I see lots of places in the US that have the same, we call them counties. So we have a county of Lincolnshire or a county of Yorkshire or different places. Some are cities. Um, for it to be a city, it has to have a cathedral in it. Weather is crazy. You never know how it's going to be from one week to the next. Same, exactly the same here. What sort of temperatures do you get up to generally in the summer? Do you do Fahrenheit or centigrade? It really confuses me. I'm ancient, as you know, I'm 62, and I grew up with the imperial measurements, not the metric. So I learned all the old ones. So feet, inches. I tried really hard to do a recipe yesterday. I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't know what I was thinking. Provinces, okay. Oh, you're in Canada. Sorry, Laurie. Highest is 30. Minus 30? Wow. I just really tried not to swear then. Minus 30? Oh, no, I couldn't cope with that. So were you born there, Laurie? Were you born in Canada? I've never been out of Europe, I think. So I've been to many years ago. I haven't had a holiday since my daughter was born, and she's 22. I haven't had a holiday for that many years, but before that, I had holidays in Turkey, Lanzarote, Cyprus, been to Germany, France, Amsterdam, Crete. So travelled around. So have you done any travelling, Laurie? Sorry, I've got you on the spot here, haven't you? You've been the only one, my love. I can imagine. Austria, and they were farmers. Okay, so have you travelled around? Do you what do you do, for example, for a holiday? Would you go somewhere within Canada, or would you go, you know, to the US? Or because the issue I have with all of you gorgeous people is I don't know where you come from, and I have to try and take a guess by seeing when you lovely friends are on other people's lives and I'm there as well. I try to gauge a time and to work out where you are. Used to travel through Canada. Oh, I'd love to go to Hawaii. Love to. Did you like Hawaii? I would dearly love to go there. And I've always wanted to visit the US. I had a fascination about it when I was very, very young, when I was at school. I've never been. I'd love to go to Australia, where our lovely Margaret is. I'd love to go to the US. I'd love to go to Canada. But I think my main one is I would like to go to, trying to think of the name of the one with the really clear blue water. You can see all through the sea. The sand is white sand. Am I thinking Mauritius, Barbados, somewhere like that? I couldn't do a long flight now though. Didn't want to leave my friends, but then I didn't want to come home. You loved it. Yeah. Yeah. It looks stunning. It really does. In the years I wasn't travelling. what I was doing was going on holiday once a year. 1 year I went skiing, um, which I'm not good at, I found out. Went skiing 1 year to Bulgaria and used to go for a hot holiday once a year, and it would only ever be for 2 weeks. Um, but one of the flights was 4.5 hours long, and I've had enough. I'm not frightened of flying. I quite enjoy it, but 4.5 hours was too long for me. I was like, I want to get off now. I've had enough. I just can't sit for that length of time. I really honestly cannot imagine -30. Well, on the 737 had some turbulence. Oh, that's horrible. No, got to see that the earth really is round. I used to ski as a kid, loved it. I'm 3 hours from Jasper and is that? I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm probably um, massacring these place names. I think if you start skiing, snow skiing, when you're young, you can really be really, really good at it. Oh, did I? Wow, God, I said it right. Um, I can't remember where I saw you, Laurie. I saw you, was it earlier in the week? Hi. Um, I just slapped some makeup on because I felt so shit. I just thought if I whack some makeup on and put something other than a sweatshirt on, it might actually help. It's raised my whatever a little bit. I was 9 when a girlfriend and I started skiing. So you got really good at it then, did you? Hi English. I don't know your name. I'm sorry. I Sweetie Pilos. Yeah. I I don't know if I'm just paranoid or if it's the fact that wherever I go on YouTube and TikTok, obviously, like Laurie, you've got a picture. English, you haven't, but most people have a picture, don't they, for their um, profile? Well, mine's my Fibre Warriors, and if I can't keep changing it to my personal account, which is I'm happy to do, but then I forget to change it back because I'm such an idiot. So I just get ignored on everyone's lives, just completely ignored. The only people that don't ignore me are Fiona, avid gardener. She's the only person that hasn't ignored me on a live. And it can't be, I get very, very, very lonely to the point of serious getting really bad. So I do go on a lot of people's lives and I comment and comment and comment and I get ignored. I can't help it, Laurie. Uh, I I drop something and I will say, "Oh, you stupid idiot," because I hate myself so much. Yeah, I'm mostly on YouTube. I go on TikTok occasionally just to, just to see. Um, it's very hard not to call yourself names when you've been called the things I've been called, and when you're young, your brain is like a sponge, isn't it? You soak it all up, and the constant "you're stupid, you're an idiot, you can't do anything right." It it it's such a hard habit to break. I think what I'll have to do is I really didn't think this was going to work. Um, I was ready to film a video. Um, I don't know if you've noticed I've not been on for a couple of weeks. Um, oh, see, I really want to talk about trauma, but I just can't do it yet. Hello, gorgeous. Come and join us. Hello. Oh, you're lovely and warm. Always lovely and warm. I really, 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 really want to talk about trauma because there's wicked people out there with wicked words. Ignore them or block. You're doing good. Thanks, English. Um, yeah, I just want to talk about. I want to talk about um, the punishments and yeah, Laurie. Yeah, 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 1,000,000%. Trauma is the absolute root of our troubles. You couldn't have worded it better. That is a quote I will try to remember. Trauma is the absolute root of our troubles. And that's why I am convinced I have fibromyalgia and ME. I really am from what happened. And I've done a couple of videos on it and I'm too scared to put them up. Um, it's tough. I'm kind of showing respect to somebody that doesn't deserve it from me. And I try to respect everyone around me. But I wonder if talking with all of you lovely guys will help me heal. I don't know if it's too late for me to heal. I'm doing no. Well, I was told I was ruined. I ruined somebody's life by being born. Laurie, is it okay if I read out what you're saying? Um, yeah, snap. Yeah. Uh, Mum. So, Laurie, you're saying your mum really didn't want you. Snap. She refused to feed you. Snap. I would call for her every night and she never came to me, not one time. Yeah. The thing is, Laurie, you've got to be talking to the right counsellor. I have talked and talked and talked. I've done cognitive behavioural therapy twice. I've had counselling to the nth degree. But when you're talking to a counsellor that does not have a single clue what it's like living with somebody who only cares about themselves. Um, be English is saying be strong and always try to find good in bad situations. I do. My sense of humour keeps me going. Yeah, I just find being so lonely. It really struggle. I really struggle. I literally don't see people because where I'm living is so damp and so mouldy. I couldn't possibly ever invite anybody in here for a cup of tea, cup of coffee. No way. Um, oh, but talking about counselling, this is where Patrick Tehan comes in. He has been there. He has narcissistic parents, and he knows exactly what it is like. And some of his, he puts lots of shorts out. Do you know what shorts are, guys? Um, he puts lots of shorts out, and some of them hit me between the eyes. They're like, wow, I didn't think that. And I had no idea so many people were going through the same thing. That's weird. It wouldn't post, said it was too long. Yes, I think your counsellor has to have. I've had counsellors say to me, has this person been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder? Well, no, of course they haven't. They're perfect, aren't they? Try and do it in sections, Laurie. I'm not stopping it. It's nothing I'm doing, love. Primal scream, focusing. I had a book. It's quite old now, though. Hey, hi, darling. I live like a recluse. I'm on oxygen all the time. Oh, English. So you don't go out much. Oh, V, how are you doing, sweetheart? Are you through all the You've got the cold as well, because Laurie was saying how cold it gets where she is. You had a blizzard, didn't you, or something? We were just talking about trauma and why we've got what we've got. I didn't plan to come on live at all. I don't know why I'm allowed to go live because technically, well, I'm not going to say anything in case I get cut off. 2 more feet of snow. Oh, hate it. Hate it. Excuse me. I just can't bear being cold. It makes my pain so bad. COPD, yeah, Crohn's, and lots more. Patricia, hello, darling. Hi, how are you? Laurie, I'm stuck in the house with my 93-year-old father and he's terrible, mean to me every single day. Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Wouldn't it be great if we could all get together, all of us meet? Wouldn't that would be my dream? That we could all meet and talk and all have to stick together. English, yeah, 100%. Wouldn't it be lovely? I think you can tell me that I've lost the plot, but I just think it would be incredibly healing to all meet and talk about what's happened to us Patricia, doing okay. Weather changing every 5 minutes. It's been crazy. We're s- we're coming into spring. Patricia, I'm not sure where you are, my love, in the world. Um, English, yes. Wouldn't it be lovely if we could hire a hotel or something on a gorgeous hot beach and just chat and talk. Oh, English, you're in London. Oh, okay. You're not a million miles away from me. I'm down south. Patricia, you're in Chicago. So what's the weather like there, my love? Oh, it's so lovely to see, guys. I honestly was just doing a test to see if I could physically go live on this notebook laptop that I'm on. And I thought I'll just go on, see if it works, and then I'll just end the stream because nobody will know. Because I didn't tell anyone, because I didn't plan it. Right, Laurie, who is Abraham Hicks? I have never heard of him until this week. And now I've heard that name 5 times this week. Abraham Hicks. Never heard of him, don't know who he is or what he does. I'd love to do an Abraham Hicks cruise. My favourite show was The Love Boat. I remember The Love Boat. Yes. Patricia, you've got cold, snow and ice. So everyone, bar English and I, English gives the name away, doesn't it? See how thick I am. Oh, um, English, it's warming up a bit now, isn't it? We're beginning to see the daffodils come through and spring coming. I'm sorry if I'm missing any comments while I'm nattering. We went to Palm Springs yesterday to get out of the snow for a day. Is Palm Springs as wonderful as it sounds, Lee? It sounds incredible. Oh, trust me, think it's a guy. Laurie is saying her name is Esther Hicks and she channels a group of spirits who call themselves Abraham. Okay. I'm very, very, I think if I really looked into it, that I could, and trying to word this carefully because I don't know how to explain it. I get spidey feelings about things and they come true. And I'm not psychic at all, but I'll think X, Y, Z will happen, and it does. And it's something that's happened throughout my whole life. I'm kind of a bit scared to dabble into it because I don't know. You are not thick at all. You are a warm and loving person. Thank you, darling. Sit in the garden, English. Yes, I sit in the garden, vitamin D when it's a bit brighter, but I hope we get a hot summer again. Yeah, I hope we get a hot summer as well. You have to listen to her oldest stuff where she explains how it started. Tingles are psychic. I do. I have somebody in spirit that I haven't talked about yet. I will do, and I'm getting the tingles as I'm saying it. Head to toe, my whole body has just gone completely. I'm tingling from head to toe, honestly, guys. Yep. Reverend Donna Serafina gets the tingles, and so they're a confirmation for you. Well, I went to let's have a seance. No, 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 I don't want to do that English. No. Um, I respect spirit, and I went to um, a session where there was a medium, and there were about 50 of us in the room, and she read um, 4 or 5 people, and then she said, "Lady at the back there in the orange top," which was me, and I thought I was going into a major, major anxiety attack, and I was about to leave before the medium pointed towards me, and I was right at the back of the room of 50 people, and I went tingly head to toe to the point I thought I was having a major, major anxiety attack. And that's when she came to me and said that this person in spirit was in front of me. I'm going to cry. She came and said this person was in front of me with a bouquet of flowers, and it was confirmation for me. And when I think about people in spirit and talk about them, I tingle massively, and I can feel when someone has their hand on my shoulder. It gives me comfort. It gives me a lot of comfort. Laurie, I had a scary experience with the board. Is that a Ouija board? I don't like those at all. We were just kids, but the flame shot up and our drawer of knives started to shake. That's why I wouldn't touch one of those in a million years, personally. Patricia, can I call you Patty, or do you prefer Patricia, my love? You should talk to Lily. I know, I keep trying to get hold of Lily. I keep trying to get hold of her. She has fibromyalgia as well. And I'm just desperate to talk to her because I feel she would be able to tap in to my person, my special person in spirit, straight away. And I love Lily. I absolutely love her. I've tried emailing her. She doesn't reply. But she's my favourite tarot reader. I like Joseph Magi. Lily is at the top. Oh, it's horrible when you put on the spot trying to think of people. There's so many, Laurie, there's so many good psychics on YouTube. Yeah, I watch a lot of them. Yeah. Sloane, yes, Sloane. But Sloane goes live when it's 3 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning here. So, and I can never catch her attention, and I would never be able to afford a reading with Sloane in a million years. Gold Rush Paranormal, I watch him as well. V is saying, my daughter gets feelings about things, but I don't. But sometimes I feel like someone is touching me when I'm in bed, and I have woken up with 3 scratches on my belly a couple of times. Does that frighten you, V? Or do you know who it might be? Colin Fry. Gosh, that's going back. Yes. Oh, I tell you, on an equal level with Lily would be John Edward. Any of you know John Edward? I loved watching John Edward when I was young. Soul Enlightenment was Chrissy and Vera. V is saying, not really. My daughter says our house is haunted, but the guy won't hurt us. Exorcist, are you joking? Don't go away, guys. I have to let the cat in. Please don't go. Talk amongst yourselves. No, boys. No. Sorry, that was highly unprofessional, wasn't it? I just wasn't prepared for anybody to be here. So I'm sorry about that. I hope nobody thought I'd gone. Laurie, you talking about John Edward? I think he's incredible. Usually, scratches are demonic. Be careful, that's very scary. The foreman for brothers are a very good team. Patricia, you haven't commented on any of this. Do you not have an interest in this? I have a house full of cats and have to attend to them all the time. Our cat is so contrary. It is unbelievable. He can come in the back door. He can come in the front door. He waits until I sit down and then meows to go out all the time. And I swear he does it on purpose. The back door will be open, but he will wait until I open the front door. Patricia, can I call you Patty? I'm struggling with Patricia actually saying the name. Patricia is saying, my grandmother died in this house. She's a prankster and a lot of fun when she's around. So you're saying you can feel her presence? This has gone on a totally different way, because Laurie was here first and we were talking about trauma, and now it's gone on to, there's so many of us interested in tarot. It's unreal. Laurie, the same. Your granny died in the house you're at too. Yes, and Patty is fine. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I cannot. Guys, I am so pleased to see you. I really, really am. You've absolutely made my weekend. Oh, English. You lost one of your sons 6 years ago. Would love to make contact. Oh, I'm so sorry, darling. That must be the worst thing you can ever go through. I'm so sorry. English, would you think about going to a medium? Because now with the internet, we can find out so much more about whether people are the real deal, if you know what I mean. Oh, English. How old was he? Laurie's saying, my dad says that he sees people in his room and sometimes someone plays with his toes. Probably my mum doing it. So you've lost your mum. Your mum's in spirit, Laurie. I would, but it's knowing it's a good one. English, maybe you and I could get together on this one, because I don't know if you heard us saying the Tarot Knows by Lily. If you watch her, see if you can get a feel for her. I would highly recommend a reading with her. I don't know how much it would be or whether you could afford it, but Lily, I would 100% recommend. Laurie is saying she lost her mum 10 years ago, cancer. So sorry. Passed at 75. Yeah, English. If you want, we can email each other. Did you say how old your son was? Sorry. There's another. Yes, Laurie. Yes, another lady who lost her son. The channel is Channeling Eric. I thought she went a bit strange. I did start watching her, and then she seemed to go a bit odd. He was 32. I'm just going to plug the battery in, guys. Sorry, I really wasn't prepared for this at all. Sorry to be so unprofessional. Do you mind us knowing how he passed? You don't have to tell us English. But if you want my email address, you're welcome to it. And we can talk about finding you somebody decent that won't rip you off and that will channel him. Spirit Talk. I haven't heard of that one, Laurie. Are you still here, V? Spirit Talk is good too, but I haven't checked in lately. Yeah, I thought she was, a bit odd, yeah. I try not to judge people too harshly. No, it wasn't not being judgmental as much as I felt she started off as more professional. I can't explain it. I just feel she went a bit funny. I don't know. You're paying bills and listening. Oh, English. He was a brain aneurysm. 32. Oh, how do you cope? How do you possibly cope with that? I'm so sorry, sweetheart. The Crappy Childhood Fairy is good for trauma. Yeah, I watched her a bit, but I didn't connect with her as much as I connect with Patrick Tehan. English, it's part of life. I don't think I could handle it. I really don't. I don't. Sorry, guys. In English, you talk to him. If I'm missing any of your comments, can you repeat them for me? Yeah, I've lost so many people in my lifetime and lost somebody very special to me, but I just can't talk about it yet. It's hard for me. So Patty's saying grandma, mum and dad died here, and there are nights when I hear them talking around the kitchen table, having a cuppa. Really, Patty? Does that give you comfort? Do you find that comforting? English is saying, after losing her son, after that, nothing can hurt me anymore. So that was the worst hurt you could have. Yeah, I admire you and look up to you. You have my sincerest condolences. I'm so sorry I didn't say that. I'm so sorry I didn't say that. You have my really honest, sincerest condolences, English. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Laurie is saying we are all eternal souls having our own highly personal experiences. We pick our parents for the experiences they will give us. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. It's all planned out before we come here. Yeah. Yep, 100%. I agree with you. Patty's saying yes. So you're saying yes, that gives you comfort. Yeah. So that's great, Patty. I don't, V's saying I don't think I picked my parents. That's why we have illnesses. We're still here. Laurie is saying, I wonder if that is a residual haunting where you hear things that happened in the past. I couldn't imagine it. I only have one son and I'm an only child too. So your family's tiny then, Laurie. I think I got the short end of the straw, V. Yeah, exactly. I fully am on the same page as Laurie, that we pick our parents when we're up in heaven, whatever and what, whatever anybody wants to call it, up in the universe. We pick our life and we pick our end date. But I'm not looking for sympathy. And I don't want any sympathy. But my life has been SHIT from start till now, like non-stop. Childhood trauma, DV. I can't say the words, I'll get thrown off. Experienced DV badly. You name it, I've been through it. And it just doesn't stop. And I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. My dad's incredible. My dad is incredible. My parents are divorced. They're still both here. I don't see my parents. I see my dad occasionally. But he's 92, which is a wonderful age to get to. It really is. But he's got dementia, and I can tell he just wants to go. He's had enough now. He's given up on life, really. I actually remember arguing with the Council of Elders about how hard my life would be. I wanted it to be very hard. They were trying to talk me against it. How on earth can you remember that, Laurie? Whoa. You have to mix and talk with positive people. I am a very, very negative person. Very. And all of my family, which is huge, all of the other side of the family is huge. And every single one of them, you're so negative. You're so negative all the time. That's all you are. You're always negative. You could never see the bright side of anything. I really try, but wouldn't it be wonderful, English, if we could all meet up? I think that would be absolutely amazing. Laurie, sorry, I missed that. If it wasn't for my granny loving me, I would have been a crazy person. Well, I am a crazy person. We know that. I wouldn't have lived. I would have taken myself out. It was too much. Well, I've tried to take myself out 3 times, and I'm still not 100% I want to be here. Just being honest with you. I've always had a great memory. I always remembered being born. Told my mum everything that happened. Wow. English, I don't really mix with mine. They're on a different planet. Well, I wish mine were on a different planet. Our cat knocking everything down. Okay, shh, shh. Hey, shh. My mum hasn't spoken to me since 2021, and to be honest, it has been so nice. Oh, Faye, I love you. It's been so nice that I've been hesitant to try to make up with her. I'd be on the same page, V. I would be absolutely on the same page. Laurie, my dad is like that. He made me hate life, hate myself, and nearly hate God. I wanted to exit out 100 times a day. Yeah. So, V, you're saying yours is nuts. Mine, I wouldn't know where to start. I honestly wouldn't know where to start. I can't remember hardly anything before I was about 7. I don't have a memory of things before 7 because I think things were so horrific that I've just shut it all out. V is saying I try to get along with her, but it's impossible. Yeah, is she narcissistic? Is that the problem? I have wanted to make a video about this. This is what we started off saying, V, before you joined. When it was just Laurie and I, we were saying that the trauma, and wouldn't it be great to talk it all through? Yeah, no, I don't meet. Sorry, V was saying she doesn't know about her mum. I just don't meet her requirements, I suppose. Yeah, I just, I wouldn't know where to start with telling you. If I was going for an interview, just about going out the door for an interview, I'd get, what are you going to do if you have a panic attack on the way? Well, I never thought about having a panic attack on the way. Now, all I can think about is having a panic attack on the way to the interview. And anything I did or achieved didn't mean anything. Didn't get any credit for anything I've done in my life. Laurie, it's in your body, not your mind. Your mind hides the bad memories, but you tune into your body and allow the feeling to go through you. The memories come flooding back. I don't want them. Laurie, I don't want them. Yes, that's me. English, who are you talking about? Sorry, sweetheart, I'm getting really confused here. We have to be our own best friends. Yeah, well, I hate myself so much. That's my problem, CJ. Panic attacks. Yeah. Same here. I get no credit for anything I do, but we are supposed to constantly praise her. Yeah. Yeah. I had my daughter when I was 40 years old. It took me 10 years to get pregnant. So I was 40 when I had my daughter. I was still breastfeeding her, and I went back to evening college, and I did a beauty therapy course, and it was a 6-month course. And I would go, I did the course, I passed the course with credit. I'm a qualified beauty therapist in manicures, pedicures, waxing, and paraffin wax treatments. I've even got a couple of letters after my name. I mean, they don't really mean anything huge, but when I came back and said, "Oh, I've passed this course," and I was so excited, I passed with credit, and and I said, "Shall we open some cava or just some sparkling wine?" And I got, "Well, what do you want to do that for? Why would you want to do that? You won't drink it anyway. What's the point?" 6 months, and I had a baby, 8-month-old baby, and a toddler, and I was working, and I went to college in the evening and did this course. So it wasn't easy. And you have to do a project like this high of a written project, as well as all the practical stuff as well. Hey CJ, can you fly on over here and fix me up a bit? I'd love to, sweetheart. I'd love to. V is saying, same here. No credit for anything you do. English, appointments with me before, as I didn't want to go alone. Paid people to come. V is saying, I focus on my husband, 4 girls, 7 grandchildren. Whoa. V, I'm pretty sure you're not a hot mess at all. Laurie is saying, my dad is a horrible, you know what, but expects me to wait on him hand and foot. He calls me names, does everything he can to hurt me, but wants me to respect him. It's garbage, huh? Yeah. It's awful. When you're not I tried so hard raising my kids to raise them with love and affection, and I'm not being big-headed and full of myself at all. There is no such thing as a perfect parent. There isn't. But I tried to parent almost in the opposite way I was parented, and it was with love and kindness and empathy, and you're an extremely strong woman to deal with all that. I couldn't do it. My parents messed me up so bad. It took 6 years to get through high school, and I still was 18 credits short. Yeah, when I was at school, I didn't do particularly well, when I was a kid. But doing that college course of an evening whilst breastfeeding, so I'd be doing the course. It was 6 till 10 o'clock at night, 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. And my boobs would be bursting because I needed to breastfeed my daughter. But I told every single member of my family and the other side of the family, and I didn't get one single comment of even well done. Nothing. And I actually set up my own business and I worked for myself 2 evenings a week doing the waxing, and if I ever spoke about it, um, it's so hard trying to get around all this, but I said to somebody, well, I'm going to have to go because I've got a client at 7 o'clock. And this family member said to me, well, that sounds very inappropriate. Laughed at me that I had a client. So that's basically saying, I've got to be so careful on here what I say. When people meet people for sex, they're called ladies of the night, maybe. Yeah, so when I said I've got to go, I've got a client, I got, well, that sounds terrible. That really upset me. Really, really, really upset me. Yeah, English. Yeah, Laurie. Kids don't understand how we feel. No, this is English. I'm talking about grown. This is the course I did. I was 40 years old, 40, not 14, 40. And to be compared to a prostitute, being compared to one of those when I'm working for myself, making money, and the money I earned, I would treat my children and take them out. How can people be so mean? Wow, it's completely normal for people to say they have a client. Yeah, because they were my clients. It's your family member's fault. Yeah, it's not normal to say that to you. I know, and it took me so long to work that out, Laurie. I went to college 3 days a week when my third was a baby, and I was working 3 days a week as well. And had you've got twins, wow, who were 12 and had lots of activities. What did you do at college, V? English. You have to forget the hard times, block it, and live for now, leave the past behind. English, I wish I could. V saying, that's terrible, CJ. After 2 years, I couldn't do it anymore as I was exhausted, so I quit. No, you're not a quitter. Right, everybody, tell V she is not a quitter. No, you're not, love. We can't all do everything. Feminism is the worst thing that ever happened in my eyes. All it meant was women had to end up doing more. You're not a quitter, V. No, you're not. Rubbish. Don't want to hear that again. We are all strong people here. We battle an illness that others couldn't manage for one day, and we do it day in, day out, all our lives. Don't you dare call yourself a quitter, V. Yeah, this is what I think of. I kind of missed it because I was born in 1961, so it was a bit before then, the Burn the Bra Brigade, I think. But I think all it's done is mean women have to do more. And now we have to hold down full-time jobs, raise the children, do all the after-school activities, do well at work. And I completely agree, V. It just seems to me made more work for ourselves. English. I'm not sure if that was for V or for me, but it says, "You're a lovely lady. Don't let anyone tell you any different." Laurie said, "I worked an evening shift at police headquarters. I'd drop my son at my mother-in-law's, work, pick up my son in his sleeping bag from his dad's, then go home after midnight and get up to take him." So I think I read that right. V is saying, yeah, we get to do twice as much nowadays. We do. We 100% do. Yeah, sleeping bag, yeah. Burn the bra. Can't wear one because I can't breathe. Oh, it's so nice chatting with you all. I was so flipping lonely, so miserable. I've been in tears most of the week, crying because of stuff going on. Laurie would take him to school in the morning. I made it for over a year, but I collapsed. I'm not surprised. I collapsed from it and had to move back in with my parents. My son was 7 or 8. V is saying, "I'm currently on the board of directors." Look at you, V. Currently on the board of directors for our local water company and have to be elected, so I know I'm not a quitter. Well, you're not, sweetheart. We've told you so. Exactly. It's just my whole life I've had to do everything. I've worked probably like all of you from age 16 right through until 50 something, when I had a complete and utter breakdown and I just could not work anymore as much as I wanted to. Oh, English, yeah. Crackleberry Cottage. Can you get me a water discount? Yeah. Nice one. Can't you get yourself one? Well, that's not much good. Just trying to see where Puppy Dog is. He's down there. I'm absolutely astounded that we talked about trauma, but then we talked about tarot as well. I find that absolutely incredible. Laurie says, "It's super important to be our own biggest fan. If no one is telling you you're good at something, then tell yourself. Pat yourself on the back. It's not fair to believe bad things about ourselves." You see, I was told constantly, "You don't matter. You are not important. I don't have time to listen to anything you have to say. Go away. There's a list of chores over there. Go and do those." And if I did ever praise myself, I would probably get a crack on the back of the head. Patty, you're just a kid, CJ. Never give up. There are online courses and online jobs that can be done from home. It's a very open workplace for older, disabled, or homebound women today. Patty, I can't. I can't. I should be retired by now if they hadn't changed the. Oh, I'm finding it so hard not to swear. I swear like a trooper in normal life. I should have retired at 60, and then the government changed the age, and I now don't officially retire until I'm 67. I just, I loved my job. I adored my job. I really, really loved it. And I couldn't do it anymore. I was on my feet all day, the noise, uh, I that and that was the only job I wanted to do. Before then, before I had my children, I worked as a PA, secretarial work. Yeah, it's their problem, not yours. V says, I take harp lessons online. Okay. And it really keeps my mind busy. I have tried to find online jobs, but I don't have the skills. Don't cry, because we're all crying. Yeah, you have to be good with computers, and I'm not. It's a struggle for me to do even the little things on here. That is another thing I wanted to talk about. I'm an utter weirdo. I love technology. I've been using computers since 1984, and I love all the technology going. I've got the phone that folds. I know you have a lot of flip phones in the US, don't you? But this one's come out recently-ish. I could help any of you that need tech help. I could walk you through it. And that was something I wanted to offer you. If you would like me to do Microsoft Word, have you heard of that? I know that inside out. V is saying, my phone is so old, I need to get a new one, but I'm afraid I won't be able to use it. Don't get an iPhone. They're an absolute rip-off. Get a Samsung and I'll help you. Is that a smart flip phone? Yeah. Yeah. I upgrade my phone every 18 months to 2 years, because I figure that before I had all of you here, all you friends here, before you all came into my life, I would look upon my phone as my social life. So I would always, not anymore, but I would always get the most up-to-date phone. And I do pretty much everything on my phone. I've got YouTube on my phone, Facebook, a few games. Do it mostly on my phone, and the videos I record here on the it's only a Chromebook, it's not a laptop, so it doesn't have. Sorry, sweetie, do you want to come up? Come say hello to everyone. Really, I have a Samsung right now. I can't get my pictures off it onto my MacBook. You can't use computers and you've got a MacBook. They're really hard. You just need a cable. You need a cable to. You need a USB that will plug. V, I'm talking to you here. You need a USB plug like this that will fit into your phone. I'm charging my phone at the moment. So you need a USB lead that will fit into your phone and then is compatible with your MacBook. The problem is I've never used a Mac. I've used everything but a Mac. But if you could get that far, get the correct USB cable, If you could get that far, I'm sure I could help you get those photographs on to your MacBook. Sorry if I've missed anyone's comments here. So which Samsung have you got, V? Do you know? Oh God, I wish I lived nearer. I'm rubbish on tech and computers and phones, everything muddled up, loads of different passwords. Get a book, write them down. You know the old address books we used to have with the alphabet on? Get one of those, and under each one, write the password down, but keep the book a secret. That's my way of remembering my passwords. Oh, the S. Have you got the S7 Edge? That was, other than my BlackBerry, the S7 Edge was the best phone ever. I remember going into the shop and looking at it, and I want that phone now. That I don't think they've bettered the S7 Edge. I really don't. You got 5 books of passwords English. That's a great idea, using an address book. Yeah, I have the occasional one. It's not an Edge, but I've had it since 2017. Have you been doing the updates on it, V? You need to keep the updates going. And I'd be careful if you've got precious pictures on there, if you haven't updated it. Laurie is saying she's on a Samsung Galaxy 10 right now, but I have a few glitches here and there. Had it for a long time, going to need an upgrade soon. It's all personal preference. I cannot stand the iPhone. They con you because you have to buy this and you have to buy that, and whereas like cables, USB cables and things, you have to buy the Apple product. And I had an iPhone for a week, sent it back. No thanks. Have you still got the Blackberries in the US or in Canada? Because I loved my Blackberry. Oh, absolutely loved it. Yes, but it says there are no more updates. So you do your software updates, do you, V? Oh, thanks, English. It's been a great chat on here tonight. If any of you need to go, I don't blame you. I didn't intend staying on here at all. I only came on for 5 minutes. Glad you told me that before I went and got one. It's personal preference, V, obviously, but I just think it's a con that you can't get a regular charger. I can get any charger, obviously, that fits for my phone. With the Apple, you've got to have the Apple charger, and the Apple charger is twice, if not 3 times more of the price that mine is for this. Laurie, it's like having an expensive car. You have to use special tools for it. If you look up Galaxy to MacBook transfer, oh, Patty, get you. If you look up Galaxy to MacBook transfers in your browser, you will see the instructions to transfer. Patty, I think you should be doing this, not me. Maybe we should join up together and do a course. I've not used a MacBook. So these say Crackleberry Cottage is saying, Patricia, I did that, but they just won't download. I love my MacBook. See, again, it's all preference, isn't it? All personal preference. Um, if you're all getting fed up and you want to go, just let me know, because we've been on for ages. It doesn't bother me at all, but I've got nowhere to be. So what I started work at 16. I was at college and then got pulled out and had to go and do a job. So Patty is asking V, I think, do you have a OneDrive cloud? It's just me and my bills today, V is saying. Laurie is saying, yes, they con us with so many different things. I hate speeding tickets as well. Driven fast since 14. And now I can get a ticket for less than 1 second going through a light. Cost me $400. 400? Whoa. So, Patty, Crackleberry Cottage, who I'm calling V, doesn't know. I'm bad for not. I don't want to get myself into any trouble here. I do drive around quite fast. I mean, it's the only thing I can do quickly anymore. So approximately how many pictures have you got to download, V? The light was yellow, but it turned red while I was in the middle of the intersection. It's just to make money for the city. Of course it is. Of course it is. So you've got hundreds of pictures on there. So, Patty, have you got any further help? So, Patty, if Crackleberry Cottage, I've got a really dry mouth, who I'm calling V, if V has got hundreds of photographs that she wants to put on her MacBook, would she get the USB cable to fit it? Am I right or am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. English, I'm struggling with stairs. Struggling so bad. Yes, you need the cable. Oh, yeah, V. Well, if it's anything like it is here, what they'll do is hook up your, explain to you how to hook up your phone, hook up that phone, your new, no, hook up this phone with the right USB cable. They should be able to tell you. Haven't got a clue about MacBooks and needs. Yeah, I was thinking about saying, does anybody want a, not a lesson, because that sounds a bit formal, but if anybody wants any help with anything other than a MacBook, then I'd try and help. Yes. Get yourself an external hard drive. Why didn't I think of that? Yes. Yes. Get yourself an external hard drive, which is what I'm holding in my hand. And then you'll have the cable. My son and future daughter-in-law bought me this. So that's a hard drive. And I'm going to download all the videos I've already put out onto here. And my son and my future daughter-in-law and my daughter all really encourage me to keep doing this. Some days I kind of say, I'm not sure if I should stop. You know, is it, you know, should I keep the channel going? Should I go in a different direction, down the narcissism route? Oh, V, you've got a hard drive. You've got one. Have you got the cable? You can order that online if you haven't got the cable. That's a good idea. I had a bunch of pictures that got lost on different phones. Very upsetting. I lost loads of pictures. I never put my phone in my pocket, ever. I was waiting for an urgent call, put my phone in my back pocket, went up to the loo, dropped the phone straight down the toilet, lost all the pictures, all of them gone. I'd pay you to come sometime and sort out my mess of passwords and email addresses, all muddled, bought a new computer to put it all on. So, English, have you got an actual computer or have you got like a laptop? What have you actually got? And you certainly wouldn't be paying me. I would do it. So oh, that's so funny you should say that, English, that you ran over your old phone and lost all your photos. My son, when he was at school, we were running late as usual, and I asked him to go in and get my bag, my work bag. I used to have a handbag and a work bag, and I'd forgotten one of them. And he came, he stormed out the car, got the bag, sort of threw it into the car. I got to work, couldn't find my phone anywhere. Needed it for work. So I went home and there it was. I'd driven over it. My son, when he threw my bag into the car, my BlackBerry phone dropped onto the floor where I was parked and I had driven straight over it. Oh, great, English, you've got a laptop. We can definitely talk about this, help you with the passwords. I used to work in a school and I used to do a bit of, I didn't teach IT, but I would be in the class. So my son's extremely good with IT. My future daughter-in-law is extremely good with IT. My daughter's very good with IT. So we're quite an IT family. If one of us doesn't know, the other one will. Yeah, my phone, Laurie. I absolutely loved that phone. And I was so angry with my son. Are you all bored of me yet? If you're bored of me, just just say, because I don't want to stay on here if you don't feel you have to stay. So if we were going to do this again, right, ask you a question. Would you like to do this again? If so, is this a good time of day to do it again? Laura, you've got so aggravating. I have a computer that I'd love to watch DVDs on, but can't figure it out. So have you got the tower computer, or is it a laptop? Because you should be able to slip the DVD into the drive. Ah, English is so lovely. V is saying this is a good time for her. Yes, a tower. So can you see the slot um that it would go in? Patty, I wish I could type fast. Yes, let's do it again. Great. There is no rush at all for me. If any of you guys have to go, obviously I understand. But I just wondered, is it a good day and time? Because I don't know what time it is with all of you. They quit putting DVD players in MacBooks. That is the only thing I don't like. See, mine's a Chromebook. That's all I could afford. I wanted a laptop, but I couldn't afford one. And this is a Chromebook, so you haven't got the slot for DVDs or CDs. V, I'll be right back. I have to take my pug out. Okay, don't worry, love. We'll go when everybody's ready to go. I can't even remember what the problem was exactly. I was trying to watch Charlie's Angels. That takes me back. Basic £300 Argos. What, for a computer? I did look there, but I only had, at the time, I'd saved, and I only had enough to get. I looked everywhere on the whole internet, and the only thing I could get was a Chromebook. It's done me, touch wood, it's done me well so far. And my I keep saying my son, my future daughter-in-law, and my daughter, they've bought me all the equipment for doing this. So the microphone, the ring light that's over there. I've got a camera that I could put on the top here, so it'll be better quality camera. They bought me the hard drive. They really, really encouraged me to do this. What's still in the box, English? The computer? Hello, darling. I've got a little puppy dog behind me here. I don't want to squish him. All right, darling. It's really not quite right. I'm not sure what's going on with him. I think I'm going to have to take him back to the vets again. So has anybody got anything planned for the weekend? Anybody doing anything? Oh, Laurie, you're really taking me back. I just found some moonlighting episodes on YouTube after hearing about. Yeah, that was. Did you see the clip with Bruce Willis with the birthday cake? It was so sad. Oh, it was sad. Thinking about him doing the Die Hard movies and then um, seeing him like that. It was incredibly sad. He's in bad shape, memory wise. Yeah, he's got dementia, hasn't he? I forgot how much I like that show. I love Tart Tart too, as well. And Dallas. Do you like Dallas? English, you've got a laptop. I can help you set that up. Patty, are you going off to clean the house? Oh, you're cleaning the house over the weekend. Laurie with Emma and Demi both there was beautiful with the cake. Yeah, yeah. Because they're incredible, those two, aren't they? Demi Moore and Bruce Willis, considering they divorced, what, 20 years ago? They've remained good friends. Heart to heart with Stephanie Powers, yeah. V's back. Sorry about that. We have a 16-year-old pug that can't walk very well, a bit like me. So I have to carry him out to go. Oh. Patty's saying, yes, my weekends are so exciting. They're as exciting as mine, sweetheart. The thing is, I just can't do much in one go. It takes forever, compared to what I used to be able to do. My mum loved Alice and that other one with all the rich families. I can't think of the name now. Dynasty. Is that what you're thinking of? So does anybody have any it was Dynasty. Dynasty. Does anyone have any hobbies? Don't fall off. Anybody have any hobbies that they do? What am I doing over the weekend, English? Nothing. I go and buy my Saturday newspaper. The television bores me to tears. I don't ever watch the television. I'm either on YouTube or I'm just really sad. You crochet and weave. I used to do long stitch, but I'm having trouble tying my shoelaces, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do embroidery again anymore. Oh, V, yes, your soap maker, crochet, play the harp, and keep chickens. Wow. I love you, Laurie. My hobby is lying down. Oh, bless you. I think that was lovely. Right, guys, do you all need to get on? I really don't want to hold you up. You go room to room, English. So do I. Oh, so what have you English? Have you got uh? Sorry, brain's gone. So do you have a tube for your what am I trying to say? You're hooked up to something for your breathing, is that right? V's got all the hobbies there. Laurie has. I have 9 cats, a few strays outside. I want to go to somewhere with my boyfriend, but my dad gets pissed off and threatens to call the cops. I've deserted him. Oh, why do you have to look after him, Laurie? Oh, you got tube, yeah, English. Oh, to the lake. So is your boyfriend allowed? I mean, it's none of my business, but is he allowed to come in, or you're just not allowed to go out with him? CPAP machines. Oh. So have we decided we'd definitely like to do this again? Because I started about 7, I think, or 7:30. That's the $64,000 question. I don't know. Oh yeah, he can come over, but he hates my dad so much. That's probably because he cares about you, Laurie, and doesn't see you like seeing you being treated like that. Heart stops and oxygen to breathe. Oh, sorry, English. That Crackleberry is saying that's a lot of cats. Yeah, we used to have 4 years ago. We have one stray that we adopted, and he's driving me crazy. We'll keep going for another 5 minutes or so, and then I'll let you all get on with the rest of your days, guys. Because I think it's only English and I here that are in the UK. English has said, yes, had a lovely chat, say a time, and we will all meet again. Fantastic. My dad has phoned out the cabin in the middle of the night trying to make me come back. Do you mind me asking how old you are, Laurie? You don't have to tell me. Patty, I have 2 dogs. I took over from a friend that passed. Sorry to hear that, Patty. They're little troublemakers. What make are they, Patty? What breed? Yes, they are. I'm really pleased you're here as well. I literally sat down and thought, well, what am I going to do? It's way too early to go to bed. I'll see if I'm able to go live on here just from the technical point of view. So I clicked it on and left it on for 5 minutes and didn't expect to see anybody at all. So I'm completely unprepared. And that's why I haven't told people. Having said that, keeping up with us has been hard. Your cat may be lonely. He might need a friend. You're 56, turning 57 in July. Vera will meet again. Yorkie and a Bichon. Oh, those Bichons are beautiful to look at, aren't they, Patty? No, he has my 2 dogs for friends. He fights with the other cats when he goes outside. Patty, 67. I'm not far off you, darling. I'm 62. These animals are killing me. It says, Crackleberry, Laurie, Patricia, that's so kind of you. Your friend knows you did that for them. Very, very sweet of you. Thank you for doing that. You know that saying, um, no good deed goes unpunished. No, that's too deep a question for now because we're gonna go soon, aren't we? But maybe maybe I'll have some prepared subjects next time. Well, Laurie, I have been there too. So Laurie said she's stayed alive just because she's got pets that she loves and she couldn't leave them. I do honestly know what you mean. Um, Crackleberry, I love my pets, but they are so spoiled. They boss me around all day. As I said about my contrary cat, the back door's wide open in the summer, but he will wait and meow at that door until I let him go out the front door. Fur babies are the best friends. They are, Patty. I've never had a dog. I've always had cats all my life. And um, I got puppy dog and I talk to him like he's a human. And he sleeps with me and goes everywhere I go. And if I have a bath or a shower, he's right next to me, leaning here. So whenever I make a video, that's where he is. Sorry. When will you be back on? What I will do is put out. Can you all see my community posts? Do you know how to get to my community posts? Because I can tell you then. There, I can tell you on my community post when I'm planning on going live next. Laurie, it's nice to have a few ideas in mind, but it's all right to just wing it, which is what I'm doing, and let the conversation go where it will. This was a lovely idea. I'd be happy to chat some more. I love you, Laurie. Thank you. Yeah, so we're agreed that we'll meet again. We'll meet again. No, you do not want me to sing. I will let you know somehow. I will. What I can do is say try to do it again. Would this time next week be too soon? Too much of me for you? Yeah, it shows up, doesn't it, when I'm live? But I can do a planned live, and if your notifications are on, you should get a notification saying that I'm going to be live at a certain time on a certain day, and you can click notify me at the top, and then when I've actually physically gone live, it will notify you. No weekend. Same here, English. It must be late for you, CJ. No, it's not late. I just feel like I don't want to be wasting your time if you've got other things that you should be doing. Oh, Patty, I love you. I love all of you. Patty, I love you. That would be great. Next week, I will be there with bells on, just not my camera. None of you have to put your camera on. But with Patty saying that, if any of you wanted to join me on the live, you can come on and chat, but not put your camera on, if any of you wanted to do that. V, you'll try to be here. Sorry, Crackleby, you'll try to be here. English, joking, you can only have one day off, joke. Yeah, I know. Yeah. The thing is, even though there's only a handful of us here, for me, this has been an utter blessing. Honestly, you've been a blessing, because that's a fun idea. I might just do that next time. Yeah, Laurie, if you wanted to come on, I haven't worked out how to do it yet, so we might have to work it out between us. But you can come on, so we can even have 4 of us on, and none of you have to have your camera on, and we can literally talk, so you won't have to be typing. Us all together would get barred. You're right, English. Okay, so do you want to call it a night or a day or whatever it is where you are? And what we'll do is plan to come back. So if I said plan to come back at, say, 7 o'clock, it will be BST time, won't it? British summertime, because the clocks change. English, the clocks change this weekend. But yeah, we can all come on and physically talk to each other, which would be amazing. I'd love to hear your voices. But you definitely don't have to have your cameras on. But if you want to, you can. So thank you for making you've made my whole weekend. You really have. I've enjoyed this so much. English, thank you, lovely lady, and all the guests, good night. See you again soon. Love you, English. Thanks for this, CJ. So much fun to talk to everyone. Thanks. You'll have to tell me what you want me to call you, because is V okay? I can't say Crackleberry Cottage. So have a great weekend, everyone. I'm so pleased to hear that. Now you try to remember to be nicer to yourself. I love you, Laurie. I love you, Patty. I love you, V. I love you, English. Vicky is fine. Okay. So, thank you. You're all amazing. I love you to pieces. I hope you have a good weekend, whatever you do. Thank you. Thanks, Laurie. I don't know. You have given, this sounds, this is true. You have given me a purpose in life. Whoa. It's Vicky's 46th anniversary on Sunday. Wow. Bye, Laurie. Love you. Thanks so much for being here. Really loved it. You just want to hear my Midwestern twang. Night. How could you? Patty, love you. God bless everyone. Party time, yeah. Congratulations, Vicky. 46 years, that's incredible. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you to pieces. God bless. Take care. Namaste. And we'll do it all again next week. Bye, everyone. God bless. Love you. Thanks ever so much for being here. You've absolutely made my weekend. I felt so miserable. Bye all.